Rebel Yell podcasts on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Fourth time's a charm. Woo! Had some technical difficulties with our WPIAL Softball Player of the Week podcast, but Christopher Lackner, our producer extraordinaire, has ironed things out. Hey, our podcast today is presented, as always, by Edgar Snyder and Associates. Go local, go with Ed. You're helping injured people since 1982. Well, we finally get a chance to actually have a chat with our WPIAL Softball Player of the Week. She is a junior from Shenango. What a big week it is for the Wildcats, coming off a monstrous victory that we will talk about, I'm sure, a lot here. Emma Herb of Shenango is kind enough to join us. Emma, congratulations on the big week and another big season for you and the Cats.
Thank you.
So, what does the number 57 mean to you?
Well, it feels great actually because we stopped their winning streak, and it's like an honor to be the team that did it. So
now, when you were, I got to do math here, in 7th grade, Shenango defeated Neshannock late in the 2021. Does that sound right? 7th grade? 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Late in the 2021. See, I told you, math and me just don't get along. Shenango defeated Neshannock late, right before the playoffs. Then Neshannock lost to Ligonier Valley in the WPIAL semifinals. Since then, 2021, they've only lost once, and that was in the state semifinals to Everett a couple of years ago. 3 of the last 4 years, they have been undefeated. I want you to talk to me about what the feeling of you and your teammates the last 2 years, your freshman year, your sophomore year, when you were going up against Neshannock. What was the mindset?
Well, we always know that Neshannock has a great team. They had a great pitcher, great catchers. Their defense and offense was both just like amazing. So we knew when we were going into the game, we had to play our best game. We couldn't make mistakes because they were gonna take from that.
Yep.
And so we just worked hard and tried our best during those games.
So there's a lot of, and I'm sure every team felt the exact same way that you just described.
Yeah.
And that's pressure, right? Because you're like, oh, we can't make any mistakes. So any ground ball, any pop-up, any at-bat, you're like squeezing it a little tighter because you have that mindset that me or none of my teammates can make a mistake. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it definitely is. I know this year we just said that we need to play our game that we know how to play, and that we need to stay calm no matter what. We know that they're a good team, but so are we, and we just need to do what we know how to do and just stay calm in the box and on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, was there more of a feeling before Thursday's game that, hey, they're still very good, like you said, they're still very good.
Mm-hmm.
But so are we. We've kind of proven ourselves. We're off to a really good start here. So is it more like we're on an even playing field, and thus there isn't that tremendous pressure on you guys?
Yeah, I feel like this year especially, we had a lot of freshmen that are helping our team tremendously. They really stepped up to the plate this year. And I feel like this year we were more confident in ourselves. We had a good start to our games, like you said, and even just in practices, I just felt like this year when we were going into that game, we just were more confident in ourselves than in past years.
And still confident, even though you guys were behind. I was telling you before we got started here that I was checking in on our network. Our good friends Lawrence County Sports had been broadcasting the game, and Neshannock had just scored to go up 5-2, and I moved on to other things, and then obviously was a little surprised, to be honest with you, when the news came that you guys had come back to win. So even though when you guys were down There was no panic.
No, we stayed in the game the whole time. Our dugout did a good job of keeping us into the game and cheering everyone on. And I would say throughout the whole game, we just stayed confident. We knew that we had the ability to come back, and we had we have bats all throughout our lineup that can score runs. So
2 for 3. You were 2 for 3 against the Lancers. Couple RBI home run. Talk a little bit about that at bat that you were obviously able to get your pitch.
yeah, well, it was like I think it was the fifth inning. It was still like 5-2. I knew we needed a big hit somewhere, whether that was just a base hit somewhere, and obviously that was a good outcome. And I think that's what really fueled us back up again. We were getting a little bit, like hanging our heads a little bit,
Sure.
but I think that like lit it back up, and everyone else wanted to get on after that.
So you guys rally, end up tying it, end up winning it. Just talk a little bit about what you were thinking about as your teammates were coming through in the bottom of the seventh.
It was a great feeling. Even our bottom of the lineup, I'm fully confident in all of their abilities. Um, Even our freshmen, we have two back-to-back freshmen. They had a few clutch hits during that game, and yeah, I'm just confident all the way around in our batting lineup.
When you guys tied it and then won it, I mean, you guys had to be over the moon because that again, as dominant as they have been, that's a monumental victory that everybody, I mean, everybody in the WPIL was paying attention to.
Hmm.
What was just again when the game ended, great celebration.
Yeah, it was. I think everyone, like, I know me and Kennedy Lynn, our pitcher, we hugged, and I think everyone was just hugging her. Everyone was just hugging each other. We were all so excited. And then our little like meeting after, even our coaches were very excited. It was
Sure.
just really, really exciting.
Did you guys go anywhere to celebrate?
Yeah, we went to a restaurant, Patsy's, after the game to celebrate.
Nice. What was the for you? What was the celebratory meal of choice?
We all got pizza.
Oh, pizza. Nice. What
Yep.
was on the pizza?
I think we got cheese and pepperoni.
All right. Basic.
Just some plain, yeah.
Yeah, basic. So now, you guys again, that's a tremendous high that you guys are on. You're tied with Neshannock, you're tied with Laurel for first place in Section 1 after that victory. You guys are 5-1, 9-1 on the season. So you guys are having a marvelous season.
Yeah.
But now you got to come back to earth, right? You got coming up this week. You have Riverside on the road. You're home to New Brighton, and then you get the Lancers again up at third place.
Yeah, it's a big week. I'm really excited to play Neshannock again. It's on their home turf, so we just need to do what we did last time. I know we need to limit our errors. It wasn't a perfect game, our last game. Both teams had errors. We left a lot of runners on bases, and I think if we can like focus on that and just play to our best ability, we can beat them again.
I'll ask this question of you twofold. First, as a hitter, and we're going to talk about your numbers, which are wow through the roof offensively. But as an offensive player, you mentioned Neshannock has that marvelous turf facility. You guys, old school, natural dirt infield. Um, the way the playoffs go, the district tries to get as many playoff games on turf as possible. As an offensive player, as a hitter, do you have a preference, dirt compared to turf?
I honestly don't mind either. Uh, if we do play on turf, we have a football. Our football field is turf, so we get a lot of practice on turf or dirt. So it really doesn't matter. I like both.
What about as a catcher? Now that's a little different. Do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel better with I guess the more true hop off the turf, or is it better to go down and block in the dirt?
I'd probably say turf better for that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Talking to Emma Herb, she's a junior from Shenango coming off the big victory over Neshannock, ending the Lancers' 57 game win streak. Mentioned her numbers in that victory with the home run, 2 for 3. Her numbers for the rest of the week: you had a doubleheader sweep of Aliquippa, 3 at bats, 2 walks in each game. You were 1 for 1 in official plate appearances. And then you started the week with a victory over Freedom, in which you went 4 for 4 with a couple of triples. So, again, terrible at math, but I add it all up, and it's 8 for 9 for the week, triples, home runs, et cetera, et cetera. Pretty darn good week. Are you feeling as good as you ever felt at the high school level right now at when you're batting?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I know last year I struggled batting a little bit during the season. And I think during playoffs that's when I picked it up again. So this year I've been working a lot in the off season trying to focus on my hitting. And yeah, I'm starting off pretty well this year, so I'm pretty excited.
All right, this is Emma's definition of struggling, by the way. As a sophomore, she batted 440, 22 RBI, and 1 home run. Uh, Freshman, so she's been doing this her entire career. 441 with a home run, 9 RBI. Were you batting lower in the order as a freshman?
Um I don't think so. I was either first or second.
Yeah, well, lead off that makes sense. Not a
Yeah.
big RBI spot, but have you? You're not still batting at the top of the lineup, are you?
No, I'm still lead off.
Oh, nice. So you got some wheels then.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I'm not the fastest, but like yeah, I'm not slow.
Who's the fastest on your team?
I'd probably say Jalen Herman. She's pretty speedy.
All right.
Or Addison Downing are two freshmen. They're pretty quick.
Well, they're younger.
Yeah.
You know, you've had the wear and tear of 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Um, but you're up there, right? You're one of the faster girls on the team.
Yeah.
All right. You
Sort
sound
of.
offended. You sound offended.
No.
Don't be offended.
No.
It is unusual, not so much maybe in softball, but in baseball, to have a catcher that is one of your fastest players on the team. But how did you get into catching? That's always I'm always fascinated because I mean you take a beating back there, right? The
Yeah.
pitches in the dirt, foul tips. It's they call it the tools of ignorance for a reason. How did you get started, and how much do you love it?
Oh well, I actually started off as a pitcher when I was little, and I played like pitcher and third for travel ball. But then I had shoulder surgery,
Okay.
and I just never got back into pitching. And when I was younger, I always was like, "Oh, I want to catch." I feel like a lot of people do that when they're younger. They want to, catch. But I ended up sticking with it, and I kind of just like taught myself. And freshman year, I played shortstop because we still had our senior catcher, and then she left, so I had to step up and catch for high school. And I actually do love it. So I have amazing pitchers on our team, and they make the job pretty easy.
I mean, you're the quarterback of the defense. You're everything's in front of you. If you see something that's not right, you can tell someone to adjust defensively. Coaches can do that, but you can do it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You mentioned your relationship with the pitcher, so I mean, you are the quarterback of the softball team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody listens, right?
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's Emma speaks. Everybody listens. Um, you're a junior. You're very well spoken, but it sounds like you are a leader of this team. Do you see yourself as a leader, even though you're not a senior?
Yeah, I do. I think I mostly when we're like defense, I try and talk a lot, like say how many outs there are or whatever. But yeah, I try to, uplift everyone and make sure everyone's included and just I try and lead.
Yeah, look at you. Um, do you see yourself someday, maybe down the road, once your playing days are over, coaching this game?
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to. It
Yeah,
always looks fun, so hopefully, like, even if I have children and they want to play, I think it'd be fun.
yeah. I mean, it's giving back, right? And you just again, it's just you naturally that position. I think it screams leadership,
Yeah.
and you have had yourself a great playing career. I assume that you want to continue your if you are going to continue your academic career once you graduate from Shenango in a year and a half. That no, not even a year and a half, a little over a year.
Yeah.
That you will continue playing softball as well.
Yeah, I really want to. I want to go into ultrasound, so I gotta find somewhere that has that and that also has a softball team.
No,
So
what is it about ultrasound? Now, are you talking because ultrasound's kind of you used to think of ultrasound as, with the baby, right? A pregnant
yeah,
woman. But as I found out, I've had some heart issues that ultrasound is all encompassing.
yeah.
What is it that sort of has drawn you toward wanting to go in that field?
I don't know. I've always found it cool, and I've done a few like job shadows, and
Oh,
it's
nice.
just like it looks really cool to me. And I don't know. I'm stuck between like the babies or like even the cardiac, like heart one.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll be your first patient if you decide to cardiac. Can't help you with the babies, but you can help me with the cardiac. That's interesting, and it's kind of awesome that you at a young age because we talk every week to some senior, not every week, but we talk to a lot of seniors here when we're talking to our players of the week, and a lot of them are knocking on the door of graduation and still not sure, and I think that's the norm.
yeah,
So it's always kind of neat when you're talking to someone who's not knocking on the door of graduating, yet still they have a game plan as far as what they want to get into. Do you play any other sports besides softball?
no. Well, I do unified bocce for. We have like a students helping students, so I help
Yeah,
on the team.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And we're seeing more and more of that, and I think it's tremendous. Did you play any other sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I played volleyball and basketball.
What were you better at?
Probably volleyball.
Okay. And did you ever carry either one of those sports into high school, or were you done by then?
Yeah, I played volleyball until I think my sophomore year, yes, last year.
And now
So,
it's just focusing on softball.
yeah.
All right. When did you hang up the sneakers for basketball?
I think I quit after like junior high.
But you could
I
still
wasn't a
hit
big fan.
you could still hit the three though.
If I, maybe on a few tries.
All right. Um, if you were hitting them constantly, then you should be out there on the court. So yeah, a few tries, we would give you that. So the first thing I mentioned to you when we connected here was what?
My hair.
The hair. Now that's got to be. Well, I shouldn't say it's got to be, but is it the longest hair of any of you and your teammates?
um, Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's long,
There might be a few other people that are close, but I think mine might be the longest, yeah.
and you're gonna keep it going.
I am.
All right. So, how much of a pain is that game day? What do you? I mean,
I just put it in a ponytail, a low ponytail, nothing special.
oh, okay. So it's hanging out of your hat or helmet or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, when you're running, it doesn't come flying either side.
No, I've never really had problems with it. I mean, I guess sometimes, like, when I'm throwing, I might, like, grab my hair and throw that too, but that doesn't it doesn't happen often, so
That's quite the visual. All right. Um, so another thing that you told me that you enjoy, and it's evidenced by what's behind you, is you enjoy hunting.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
My uncle got me into it when I was little. So I usually go
Now,
out with him.
how little are you talking about?
Probably like 10, 11. I
Okay,
don't
okay,
know.
okay. Yeah.
I wasn't like that little. But he has a lot of beagles. We go to like beagle trials, like they run bunnies, and so we go rabbit hunting a lot, and it's really fun.
That's hard though, isn't it? I remember my dad was a hunter, and he made, and my older brother and younger brother also became hunters. I was the dork that was left out. But I always thought the rabbits would be very difficult because those things are fast as lightning.
Yeah, I know the first time I ever went with him, I missed a good amount of times. I got made fun of for that, but it's okay. I finally got it. It's okay.
But you overcame and you finally captured bugs, right?
Mm,
So the deer behind you, how many points?
8.
And you got that win.
I think I got it 2024, maybe?
Was that your first one?
Yeah.
So have you been fortunate to get any more since?
No.
Oh,
Bad season last year.
so that's it, just one and done right now with the deer.
Yeah.
Oh, now will you um mount or what it's stuff, whatever it is, you take it to a taxidermist. Will you do it with every deer you get, or is that one,
Well,
it's your first one, it's your special one?
yeah, I think we did with my first one just because it was the first one.
Yeah.
If I get another one, I might just get like the antlers and I don't know. Depends.
All right. Did you give Mr. Buck a name back there?
I did not.
Okay. I'm not saying you should, but some people might. Um, what's your favorite type of hunting? Is it bunny? Is it rabbits? Is it deer?
Yeah, I'd probably say rabbit hunting because it's, fast. You get to listen to the dogs.
Yeah. What's the season for that?
Uh, like fall, spring. The snowshoe hare we went in like the winter. So
Okay. So it's not year round, but it's a lot more often than deer season.
yeah.
Okay. And where do you have a place that you like to hunt? Your property, or do you
Yeah, I go out to my uncle's. He has property that we go to.
where at? I mean, you don't have to be specific when I say where at, but I mean, is it like in a different county? Is it up
No,
near
it's all
you?
in Lawrence County.
Okay, all right. A lot of good woodlands in Lawrence County.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I that's what I've noticed. A lot of good woodlands
Yeah.
in Lawrence County. So you like to hunt, you like to grow your hair. Um, what else? What do you have, like, any hobbies? Anything else that you like to do when you have? I'm sure you don't have a lot of free time, but when you do, what do you like to do?
I like to ride horses, hang out with my friends, and I actually just started a coffee business, like drink business, out of my house. I've been doing that. That takes up a lot
Really?
of time. Yeah.
Well, give it. I mean, uh, tell us more about it. Give it a plug.
Well, it's called Mean Mare Coffee. I started it in February, like the beginning of February. I started out with just coffee, like lattes. I have different flavors. And then I started doing like refreshers and I do dirty sodas now. So it's been fun.
So, I mean, how are you selling these? Are you like people driving up to your to your
Well,
house?
I have an Instagram and Facebook account and they just text me like what they want and what time they want to come get it and then they'll come to my house and pick it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun
So,
actually.
do you see this getting to a point where you would actually start your own business in the sense that you would have to actually get a physical building to continue this?
I thought about doing like more like a trailer that you could like take places and go to like different events. I think that would be cool. That's something I'd be interested in doing.
So I mean, how did you get into that?
Well, I wanted coffee for myself, so I bought a whole bunch of stuff so I could just make it for myself, and then I made, like, a few different drinks for my friends, and they were like, "Oh, this is so good." And so then I was like, I could, like, start a little business, and then I kinda just, like, posted one day, and then it kinda, like, took off.
Wow, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Most people start out with a little lemonade stand. You're like, the heck with that, right? Get the
Yeah.
real stuff. Now, again, if you feel like you want to, I'm not pressuring you, but where can people go if they want to order these? Now they obviously have to be, this
Yeah.
isn't DoorDash isn't going to come and deliver it somewhere in Westmoreland County or Allegheny County, right?
No.
So it's got to be up in the Lawrence County area. If you live in the Lawrence County area and you're watching and you enjoy your coffee or you enjoy what dirty sodas, what can they do specifically?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's called Mean Mare Coffee, and I
Now,
also have
now spell that. Spell that.
you have Mean, and then you have Mare, Mare.
Okay.
Mean Mare Coffee,
Mean Mare
and then that's
Coffee.
also what it's on Facebook too.
All right. So I have always my parents drank. I've always loved the smell of coffee. And years ago, when I was in college, I worked out at the zoo, the Pittsburgh Zoo, for a summer, and I was working in one of the food stands. And it was a cold, rainy day, so that meant there was no one there, so you could just goof off.
Yeah.
Well, none of my bosses were watching. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to try. I was in the coffee stand. I said, I love the smell of it, but I hate the taste of it. I'm going to try all kind of different variations. Now, this is before, remember, this is before all the fancy coffees. And I tried, and it was like rust water to me. It was terrible. So, do you feel that if I wanted something, you would be able to make me something that I would like, or you spitting it out?
Yes, I think I could make something you
You're
like.
very confident in that, right?
Mhm.
All right. So if I see you guys this year in the playoffs, and I'm sure there's a good chance, and I tell you ahead of time, hey, I'm coming, going to be covering the game, and we discuss whatever specifics you would need as far as flavors, you would get me something and bring it, and I would be, oh, this is money.
I think so.
Wow, that's a challenge because I would think not, but we'll see. If that day comes, we'll see. If you can appease me with a coffee product, then you are the true champ, no question about it. Well, I hope we've been able to drum up a little more business for you. That's really neat. This has been a fascinating conversation. She's a lot more than just a softball player, although she's a pretty good softball player. And I don't think I gave your numbers so far this year. 20 for 33 at the plate, 606 batting average, 2 homers, and 11 RBI. So a great game the other day, a great week this past week, and a great season thus far. Emma, a joy. Take care. Continued success. Stay healthy, and hopefully I could take you up on that coffee challenge.
Yes, I'd be glad.
All right, Emma Herb. She does it all. She is our WPIAL softball player of the week. We thank her. We thank our good friends at Edgar Snyder and Associates. We thank Mr. Chris Lackner, actually earning his money here this afternoon, our producer. I'm Don Rebel. We thank you for joining us. Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network.